On to the episode Middle Ground with JLE, where we treat you like family. That is the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, the JLE Experience. On the music and copyright. You can go buy it on Amazon everywhere. Don't mute on Facebook. I always got to say that. We got another amazing guest for you in season 13. We have soul and sound healing coach, certified event planner, U.S. Air Force veteran, self-love coach, owner of the Green Coterie, Trena Bryant, MBA. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. That's your song.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, now.
I'm gonna go check me out.
For real, I heard it, but I didn't know, all right.
Check your boy out. JLE Experience is my second album, JLE World.
Okay.
Because all my theme music for my shows is my music.
That's what I'm talking about.
I do it all. I'm out here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started with the first question. What led you to this path?
What led me to this path? Okay, so like Mr. Jeffrey said here, my title today is Soul and Sound Healer. I am the owner of the Green Coterie here in Southern Maryland, and it's like a healing lounge that I kind of created as a space where folks like me, me can come in and breathe and reconnect with their true selves, right? So what started me on this? I've always wanted to have a spot, right? I mean, for like years and years and years. And what actually made me move was, we ain't getting younger. So, and so after, I was married before. I was married for 23 years. And, when you go through a divorce in your 40s, it's a little different, especially I got married a little early. So it was like a whole new world out there for me, right? And when I say you attract who you are, you attract who you are. So I was out there, like a kid in the candy store, but I had gone through 23 years of marriage, right? And I was, going through this divorce. And so while I was out there dating, I came to this realization, I am dating like the same person with just different bodies, different names, right? And and that wasn't a good thing. That wasn't a good thing. And eventually I got to the point where, coming out of the candy store, it was like, okay, this candy ain't that good. And so I was trying to figure out what was going on with me.
Okay.
And that's when I kind of realized that, I am basically attracting my mix. I say you attract your mix or your match, like your mirror or your match, right? Which means you're going to attract somebody who's just like you, or you're going to attract that person who is like the opposite end of you. So, for example, if you are a abuser, you probably attract those folks that are easily abused. That's what I call your mix.
Okay.
Your mirror is, the person who is you. But I realized I was dating people who I knew I wouldn't commit to, unconsciously doing it, and, it was great in a way of discovering who I am, what I wanted and that type of thing. But it ain't so good when it's like, okay, enough is enough. And so going through that, I realized that, I had to figure, before I came to the realization what was happening, I had to realize what I was doing. Why was I attracting the same type of person? And why was I going, why was I picking these people when I felt like I knew better? And I realized that I didn't know who I was. I wasn't dating for me. I was dating for what it was supposed to look like, right? Or what I thought it was supposed to look like, what I felt like fit me at that time. And I realized that if I didn't want that, I needed to become who I was so I can attract who I wanted to be. So putting that together with, okay, always wanting to have a spot. I'm from Georgia. I'm here. I reside here in Maryland now. I've been living here in Maryland longer than I was in Georgia. And like you said, coming out of the military and just recently returned from the federal government, I found that, when you get to a certain pace, all the foolishness, just, it ain't attractive. Like going to clubs, everybody I ain't never against folks who want to go out there and go on the dancing too, but you know, going to the club and if I felt like it was a performance, and I wanted to provide a space where you don't have to be performing at all time, where you can actually come and get some wholesome, real type of entertainment through whether it's fun stuff. We live our life and we get old because we start being old, right? And I felt like there's a way to find yourself, rediscover who you are, get to that good space of, through fun, through understanding yourself. So the Green Coterie is kind of like the house that kind of housed all of it, they kind of put it all together. I coached for a while. I coached in the federal government for like the last 5-6 years before I retired. And I realized that there are so many people in that space of needing to be healed, not even realizing that they're out there performing, not just in dating life, but in every life, your professional life, even your family life. We're performing according to the way we were taught to be, or we were told to be, and we believed it. And so with the coaching and bringing together community and the unity and that type of thing, I selected that particular. At first, it was relationships, but I told you I was out there dating, and I got some no in the dating field. But I feel like even inside of that, it all starts with you, the relationship that you have with yourself. And so I kind of start coaching towards that instead of, I'm not trying to find you your man. I'm trying to find you so that you can find your man and you can recognize who your mate or woman, whoever, right, is. And so it all kind of came together into the Green Coterie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for a person that want to check you out, and the exact services you offer are what?
Okay, so of course, there's the coaching. I call it that when I say soul healer, it's about inner child healing. It's about rediscovering you. It's about finding your authentic self so that you can breathe and be in this space. Even though it's not exclusive to my focus is middle-aged people of color, because I've just found like there's not many places, especially not in the area that I'm in, that I'm aware of, where we can actually come and just be who we are. We don't have to perform. We don't have to, we don't have to pop bottles. We can actually get into our fun self, get into our, like I say, the inner child of us, get into that so we can kind of rediscover who we are and actually live life outside of all of that superficial stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on with our community. And I feel like the Green Coterie is a space to kind of help heal that, from conversations to, so with the coaching, I kind of do the inner child healing to get you to yourself. I actually have a program, I call it my 4R healing system, which is to recall, rewrite, release, and renew. And it's a whole process of actually discovering, why we do the things that we do and how our childhood affects the decisions that we make to this day. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised the decisions that you're making right now.
Man, you preaching right now.
You'll be surprised. The decisions that you're making right now has everything to do with what you were told probably one time, and you've made decisions all of your life as an adult off those same things from what you got as a child. And it is from the way we date, from the way we dress, from the way we work, every aspect of our lives. Any space that we feel like there is a block or we're stagnant in, you can find it back there, right? So I kind of coach through that. I also do sound healing. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with sound healing? Somewhat.
A little.
Okay, so basically, sound heals. It's been scientifically proven that sound can change our DNA. It can heal our DNA. It can ground us. It can get us into spaces. And if you think about it, like when speaking of the clubs, when your song come on, you automatically get up, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Or you hear the sad song, you automatically kind of get into, like, oh my God, why did I, whatever. Those sounds, and even though it's not necessarily on that level, I just kind of show you how different things really can affect your whole body, from sounds to smells and everything else. So I have the sound healing. I do activities and events.
Okay.
And what I do with that is, like I said, trying to get back to ourselves through the things that, it's not okay. So, for example, I have a upcoming workshop. I call it
Mm-hmm.
Love and Every Drop. For the 14th of February, for Valentine's Day. I
Oh.
call it Love in Every Drop, and it's basically where we create our own love potion, right? Because I'm all about intentions. We set our intentions for whatever it is that we want to create in this world. Our thoughts create our world, whether we want to believe that or not. They do.
You heard of Valentine's Day? I've been seeing that on social media.
I've heard of Valentine's Day. Valentine's when the girls get together. Yeah, I've heard of
Valentine's
Valentine's Day. Yeah,
That's
so
the-
yeah, so that's like one of the trends that's going, and it's kind of cool because it gives you an opportunity where you don't feel like I got to be stressed because I don't have a mate. I can actually hang out with, the girls, and believe it or not, when women get together, we can change this freaking world. We just got to get together more and get on that same get on the same
on the same
accord.
page.
Yeah, yeah. So I do. So in the event, it can be. So I have something like that. I have where we're creating moon water for the full moon that's coming up on the 12th of February, and
Okay.
I'm doing. I mentioned my 4R healing system that I use. I'm doing a free webinar for it
Okay.
on the 16th of February, and that is to show you how the smallest thing that you do is affected by what happened back then, right?
Mm.
It can be, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot. I won't put you on the spot. But anything that you feel like apprehensive about, or you feel like I can't get beyond this space, you're like, I can't get to that next level, or that's not me, or I'm afraid that all those type of things, it's connected to a belief that you have about yourself. I call it trauma. It's not, trauma is, we know trauma as that put you in the hospital or put you in jail type of situation. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes trauma, the way I define trauma, is anything that changes the way that you think about yourself or the world that you live in.
Okay.
And when we're growing up, we can hear something as simple as "you're too loud," and we can take that to heart, and we live that, where we stay in the background. We don't speak our truth.
Mm.
We go through and we kind of live according to those people who we feel like should be out front, or never feel like we should be out front. And I can guarantee you those people who do that have throat problems because that's part of our energy wheel inside of our body where it builds up. And and that's another thing that I do. I do body tapping, which is releasing the energy inside of our bodies that's stagnant. So the life coaching, the sound healing, the body tapping, where we do, the energy
Mm-hmm.
clearing, events and activities, just to bring, just whatever it is to take us, going to get us together, to show that we can be wholesome and ourselves, and we don't have to change. We don't have to play the part, and still be able to rediscover who we are, and live our lives fully as we are.
That is
So
an issue people have because,
yeah,
like, I done some episodes on my social show about dating because it's like you can't make this stuff up. Some of the videos you come across,
right. You can't make it up. It's
like,
it's it's
like I did one last week on. It's a video where the lady was on a date with a guy
right.
and ordered 10 meals to go for her 3 kids, and the dude is looking like he about to pull his hair out. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You got 3 kids? So I'm
And
like,
you
did
and you
you lie
ordering
to the
meals.
brother about it? And you order all these
Let,
to go
let
meals?
me
Like,
tell you. Let me tell you. When I was
they didn't
out
do
there,
that back in the day of dating. We just went out, had a good time. What is this?
right, I can remember talking to guys, and they were talking about, I think I'm a coach at heart. I think I've been coaching for all my life, and I just didn't know what the title of it was. But even when I
Okay.
was out there dating, when I got married, it was back in the 1900s. I can say that when I got married the first time, it was in the 1900s, and there wasn't, all the extra stuff, you know,
Yeah.
that happens now. But while I was out there in the, in the 2000 when I got divorced, back in
Mhm.
2011, it was, guys were actually talking about, and for some reason it was like, it's expensive dating, and my question to them, like I say, I've always coached, so it wasn't just about me meeting people. It was just like, why would you go and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on somebody and you don't even know if you like them? Like, why would you do that? So I don't see why it would be expensive. And I guess it kind of make them think, because it's like, um I guess if they say if you don't spend the money, they won't like you or whatever.
Yeah,
But
you try to
then when
flex.
it
Like I
comes,
got it like that, you know.
but then when it comes, it's like you want somebody to only like you because you spend money. That
Mhm.
eliminates, a whole bunch of crap right out
Yeah.
front. But it's just because we are so used to believing that we're supposed to spend all this money and we're supposed to do all these things. Now you in a situation where you you can't stand dating because you have set yourself up to be performing for what the world say you're supposed to be doing, and the world don't
Yeah.
know.
No, they don't. I
The
mean,
world don't know a
I
thing.
remember dating after graduating '96. Might go to dinner and a movie.
Right.
I would have looked at old female crazy. Let's you gonna take me to the Whitney. The Whitney.
Right. Like,
Is your
what?
last name Edwards? That's like
Right.
$120 over there. What you talking about?
Right.
I
And
don't
they
know
and they
you
would
like
make you
that.
feel guilty for not doing it. Now, ladies, before y'all get on me, I ain't stopping the game. If you got the game, you got the, because the way it is, honestly, you can want what you want. That's fine. If that's what you want, that's what you want. Just fish with the bait that you're trying to catch. So if you're trying to catch somebody who's not who you want to call a gold digger, don't use bling, right? Don't use bling to
Yeah.
catch it. Because when you set the bait out, it's just like anything else, you're gonna catch what it is
Hey,
for the bait. You see what I'm saying?
hey, Brian, when I back at one, whatever you did, repeat that. So if you want to be Mister, I'm gonna take you to the Whitney, get some Dom
Right,
Perignon. Like
right.
that dude, keep that same energy. 'Cause that's what
Keep that same,
she ain't
and
lying.
don't
Just
get
say that's
mad
what
when
you
it don't
showed
work
me.
out for you.
You
Because
know,
it don't work out,
right?
because taking you to, you're saying Whitley. I don't even know what Whitley is.
No, the Whitney back then was a very high end restaurant in Detroit.
Okay, okay. So see,
Very, you gonna get engaged, or you want to really go somewhere nice with the nice suit
it
and
was
dress.
Whitney.
You go there, and
Okay,
we're gonna spend 200. But it's my boo boo. We doing that.
right. And if
So
if
to
you
get
if that
asked to
is
go
you,
there, like
if
you
that is
ain't,
you, it wouldn't even be an issue. You know
you
what
ain't
I'm
my
saying?
wife. What you talking
If that
about?
is you, it wouldn't be an issue. But when you're out there performing, trying to be something that you're not, or that you don't, even not saying that you couldn't do it, but just saying that you don't want to do it, but you're doing it, you're going to get resentment. You're
Oh,
going to
see,
get resentment.
see, I have friends like that. Like, oh, Jeff, you trying to cheat? Look, I'm comfortable in my skin of who I am, and
Exactly.
there's levels to dating. When I'm spending 200 or more buying cars and all that, that's the wife, fiance. She's somebody.
Right. In some type of,
Girlfriend gonna get some stuff too, but stuff
some
like
type of
that, she ain't
committed
going nowhere.
relationship. But I just
Yeah,
met you. I don't
yeah,
even know if we can have a conversation for 30 minutes. And you want me to
exactly,
go pay my car payment? What, I don't know what it costs.
exactly. Man, see, we here. Like,
But,
come on.
but ladies, like I said, I ain't taking away from the game, because if that's who you are, I promise you there are men
Man, look
out there
here.
that is waiting for
It's
you to,
always
to
gonna be
take
some
care of you
dude
like
trying to
that, which
be
is
that.
cool. Which is
It-
cool.
the game ain't gonna stop. There's always gonna be some dude trying to floss like he got it like that and don't.
And don't.
So it
But
ain't
what
never gonna
does,
stop.
but you see what I'm saying? Being yourself will alleviate all of that.
Hmm.
And being comfortable in being yourself will alleviate all of that. You don't even have to worry about that,
Now
because you
I
don't have to worry about
remember
you know what I'm saying?
a recent, and this is where I based the social on when I had a county. We was been in county lab. We had some of the best social conversations because they were like, "Well, you older, Jeff, so you keep talking about game. What game is the dating game? The people changed, but there were unspoken basic rules.
Right.
You know, if you
Right.
go on a date, you get to know each other. You ain't trying to show, oh, I got $1,000 in my bank account. No, don't do that.
Right.
You gotta earn that.
Right.
Then of course, females like, Jeff, what you mean earn? Just like if a dude might have an opportunity with you, he gotta earn it. So if I'm be spending $1,000 of my hard-earned money, you need to have some real titles behind your name to do that. I can't say acquaintance or I just met her and I'm about to pull out the black card. I don't know you. No.
Right. I
But
mean,
you fiance the wife, he'll take it, boo.
right. See, so and
She's
I think
somebody.
we get lost in it in thinking that this is and this goes for the women as well. A lot of women say these things because they've been taught those things. They say this is how it's supposed to be, right? And the truth of the matter is, it's just like a person who says they're successful. They live in the, successful is supposed to look like this mansion with all these different rooms. And in truth, you're in that house lonely. You don't, if you're me, I ain't trying to dust nothing. First of all, I ain't trying to be in a big old house. I gotta wonder what's in the other room. I'm just one of those people,
I got you.
My success may not look like that, but because we are taught that's what it looked like. If you think about the movie stars who have passed, right? Who've taken their own lives. You would think they have the money, they have the success, they have the homes, the cars, because they were portraying themselves to be successful, but it wasn't who they were. Success could look like on a farm, which is looking real good to me about now. On a farm somewhere, raising chickens and whatever, right? Because that's your piece.
Yeah.
But because we think success looks like I'm supposed to have this big mansion that I'm afraid to live in by myself and I got to clean it, then we live in this space and it doesn't feel good to us.
And you're not happy. So you're not happy for everybody, but you got to look at you in that mirror in that big house or small house, and are you comfortable?
Right. And whatever it is, whether it's a cabin in the woods or if it's a mansion on Fifth Avenue, wherever it is where the mansions are, it's okay because it's about you. And this is one time I can say it's all about you when it comes down who you are and who you're supposed to be. And when we rediscover that, when we can get back to when we come into this world as babies, we can, we're told this is what you're supposed to believe, this is how you're supposed to act, this is how you're supposed to dress.
That's true.
And we become something that is not us, right? And we go through life. First of all, we start off with that little piece, right? And then we go through life with all the rules. And then we go through life with somebody just saying something when you're a child and you believe in that rule. And it's just somebody having a bad day, but you're making decisions now as a 30, 40, 50-year-old based on what somebody said when you were 6.
Yeah.
And
something I've learned over the years, when you learn who you are, what you want, and what you ain't going to tolerate, can't nobody see you.
Listen.
You're going to be a Jedi Knight because they can't come with the bull jab. You're going to be like, man, get out my face like Neo. I see that.
Right.
Go on over there.
This is why dating is so hard sometimes because we're so fixated on searching for who we think we are for that person. When you get with them, you still can't be happy because you don't know who you are. So now you got to perform, and nobody can perform for that long.
No, you got to take that mask off.
You got to take the mask off. But when you put yourself out there, just like the guy, fishing with bait, with the bling bait, if you're doing that in your romantic life, you're not even presenting. You're like false advertising, honestly. And it's a detriment to you and the person that you're dating because they're expecting you to be this. And you can't live, you don't want to, who would even want to live to a space where I got to perform every day? Finding your truth, finding who you are is so important in every aspect. And that goes for your romantic life, your business life, your professional life. It goes for your family life, which is really interesting, a whole different thing because family is usually the ones who don't told you what you're supposed to do and be like, whatever. But everybody is trying to find themselves and they don't even realize it, which is why we have the happy folks and we have the folks who still trying to find something outside of themselves when it's really already inside of them.
Yeah, that was word. Somebody need to hear that.
Somebody hear it.
They preaching on this. Hey, get your mind right. Be comfortable.
Get your mind right. That's it. And the freedom in that, when you get the freedom in being able to operate as your true self.
Man, it's peaceful. You can sit at the crib, watch cartoons, sports,
and
whatever.
Be happy with exactly.
And you good.
Exactly.
You ain't trying to go out. But it's Saturday.
You don't want to, and then you ain't got to feel bad about it.
Then they want to come hang out with you. Like, now I want some of that piece you got over. What you doing? I'm just chilling.
Exactly.
I come over, sure, you can, but I ain't doing nothing special. Like to them, like, nah, man. You know, club,
that energy can be felt. You can feel that peaceful energy. You can feel that energy of, like positivity. Just like you can, when somebody walk in the room, you're been a group of people at a table, and a person can walk in the room, and those group of people will all have different feelings associated with that one person walking in the room that they probably never seen before. I always give the example of if you go out with your girls, and the reason I do that is because I talk from my experience, right? So you could, get guys if you need to. You had a table full of girls who are at different levels of healing, right? If you assure yourself, it doesn't matter about everybody else. You're not comparing yourself, but when you're still working on that, everybody is reflecting a light on you in your head. You're thinking this. So you're sitting at the table with your girls, and this beautiful woman walk in the door. Every last one of those women are going to have a different feeling about that beautiful woman that just walked in the door. If you assure yourself she's a beautiful woman, she just walked in the door. If you are feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling, like I haven't done the things that I want to do for myself, and so everybody who's doing it and it projects that light in my darkness, then I have something negative. I feel a negative thing towards you. Don't know the person from Jack, but I feel this. But so even in your everyday living, interacting with other people, when you find yourself, you can find peace with people where they are in their life as they're living. That's why I just feel like it's so important. I talk about it all. You're gonna have to stop me a little bit because I can talk about it all day because it's just
no, you good.
It's just a freedom.
When you have peace, you have a party wherever you are.
And that's not to say that we are supposed to be happy 100% of the time, because that's not sustainable. If that was the case, it becomes normal, right? We don't have life is a balance. Yeah. Life is a balance, but you can always get there, right? You can always get there because life is going to be a balance, no matter. I think we in our brain, whenever we go through this, everything's working out good. We wait for the shoe to fall, right? We wait for that thing, but it's just because there's a balance. Not because it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just because there's a balance. And when you can hold on to that gratitude and that positivity, the pendulum just kind of even out a little bit higher. You just right. I wish I know it sounds crazy what I'm saying, but when you go through that balance, where it ends at is going to depend on your attitude, right? A good attitude out of happiness, and then even when it swings down, it's going to come back a little bit higher than if doom and gloom, when a good thing happens, it goes low, it's gonna, kind of even out. It's about gratitude, it's about knowing yourself, it's about actually getting to a point where you can trust and love yourself. There's a freedom in it, folks. I'm telling you.
That's true. Now, how has your years in the Air Force helped you on this journey?
Oh my gosh. I think that was one of the best decisions I made back in those days. Like I said, it was the 1900 folks, but it gave me direction. I got a chance to meet so many people in so many different places, and made me realize that people everywhere we are, even the ones that you can't hardly tolerate, we all want the basic thing, right? We all want to just be able to live our life and be happy, no matter what we look like. Yeah, some of us have some stuff going on, and some of us kind of got some stuff working out or whatever. But deep down inside, most people, want the basic thing, which is just to be able to live life and be happy, feel safe and be happy. So being in the military, oh my gosh, especially the Air Force, to y'all folks out there who wasn't Air Force, who was like the Army, Navy, Marines, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but anyway, he was Air Force. He like, it's better over here, Jeff. Like, you Joe, I know. I'll take your word for it, brother.
Right. It taught me a lot. It taught me that there's always an answer. You just have to look for it. That people, like I said, the basic thing about people, and it gave me a chance to actually travel so many, travel nice places that I probably would never have done if I hadn't joined the military.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You ever thought about writing a book?
I have. You know what? I have thought about writing a book.
I wrote a few books.
I have thought about.
I'm feeling like okay.
I did write a journal. I made a journal, but because I had to get a taste of it, right? Because I want to kind of see, what the process is. I'm one of those people that, let me do it and let me see what the process is. So I did a journal. It's on Amazon somewhere.
Okay.
It's on Amazon somewhere, but just to kind of, get a feel of what it was like. But there's a story inside of me, and I just got to figure it out. I got to figure it out.
Oh yeah. I was just like, since I've written a few books, certain people I interviewed that spider sense, like, ask about my book. They were like, how do you author know another author? That's all I can say. Spider sense start saying, like, that's an author over there.
There's a story there somewhere. I'm working on it. This right here, this is my baby right now. When I get this baby to be a teenager, then maybe I go to the book at that point.
It's a nice place.
Thank you.
Look, have my own studio one day.
Listen,
people helping. Assistant. I just do the interview part. That's it. Like you took care of that. You took care. Did you call? All right, cool. We know. Just gotta check.
It is a process. It's a process. Like I said, it's a baby right now. We changing diapers at this stage.
There you go. Well, we reached the point where you can promote, market what you have going on. Floor is yours.
Okay. Well, like I said, I am I call myself, like I said, a soul and sound healer. My life coaching focuses around the inner child healing process. So anytime thegreencoterie.com is the website, the Green Coterie on Instagram, the Green Coterie on Facebook. You'll be able to find us there. We do have, like I said, a couple of workshops that's coming up. One February 8th, which is the Love in Every Drop Love Potion workshop. And February 12th, here inside of the Green Coterie, we'll be doing the Full Moon Mini Retreat, which is the Moon Water Creation and Sound Bath. And the free webinar is recalled the First Step to Healing, which is a webinar that I'm offering for free just to give people that little piece of transformation, I think, to start their healing journey.
Okay, and your website is thegreencoterie.com.
Thegreencoterie.com. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything else? Will I put this up on screen for you?
Well,
what's that going on?
If you put it on screen, let me keep talking then.
I gotta make sure you get everything out,
Yeah, here at the Green Coterie, we do offer memberships where you can actually, of course, the lounge space, you get access to the lounge space. We have a meditation room. We have a small classroom area as well. We have the activities like the ones I mentioned, as well as those, everyday type of situations. So we have Soul for Saturdays where my husband and I, we both do like our spiel on conversations to kind of bridge the gap between us, and us meaning, us as a collective. What else is happening? Just come in the Green. If you're in Southern Maryland, and you just want to stop through, check the place out. It's a real chill vibe, right? Very intimate space, but a real chill vibe, and we welcome you.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Got you across the screen. Make sure you put you out there right.
There you go. Put me out there right.
Now, what has been your biggest challenge on your journey?
My biggest challenge is probably, I'm going to say my biggest challenge is probably me, because
okay.
I have this, trust in the process. I teach it. Sometimes it's easy to teach. I understand. I understand the obstacles sometimes. Trust in the process. Believing in me to the point where there is nothing that stops me. Now that's not necessarily a challenge because I'm jumping in and before I even learn how to swim. So not necessarily that part, but getting to that continuing growing process. It's a good problem though. That's a good problem because every time I learn something new about myself, it's like, oh wow, okay. but a challenge as far as in the real world is, brand awareness as always. I think we always have to get out front and put ourselves out front. And sometimes it gets so easy to get caught up in the creative part of it that the other parts kind of get thrown out there. But I think that's probably my biggest challenge at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, just get on out there and get my head out of the things.
Yeah. I'm working to do better marketing myself.
Yeah, it's a bugaboo. Like what? Like it's like I'm here. You have the answer to it all, but it's just like how? Okay, now what? But we're gonna do it. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
No, as long as you keep doing the work.
Keep doing the
God
work.
gonna put you where you're supposed to be, and
absolutely
everything you need, gonna get it there.
Absolutely, that's it. So I think that's probably my biggest obstacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your words, what has been your impact in the community?
My impact in the community is, being able to offer a space where you can come in, be yourself, and breathe. Right. There's no judgment. There's like judgment-free zone. We all have our opinions about every single thing, but it's not, this is a space where you can actually be who you are. And kind of just vibe good energy. I feel like that's like one of the best, especially in the times that we are in now. Just having that space where you come get you a good cup of herbal tea or fresh cup of coffee, sit back and just chill.
Yeah, I know they had a place downtown where it was called the Key Club, where they had cigar room, a live band that was singing like jazz R&B stuff. Chill spot, bougie food, because I never heard of fried pickles. I'm like, what the?
We ain't that bougie down here.
That's what we doing. Friend, let me get that. I gotta see
we ain't that bougie. We ain't that bougie. And it's the only thing
I was tripping when I saw like fried pickles.
I got snacks, but I can't feed you dinner. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm high end. And it's a new spot on Livernois they rebuilt in the Detroit area, where they got a lot of people be singing, playing the instruments. But them type of spots are cool if they're, and of course, they got Baker's Lounge there in Livernois. But a cool spot like that is awesome because everywhere else, people afraid to be themselves, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Learn, let all that go.
People don't realize that they're not even operating as themselves. The green coterie ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. But I think realizing that it's okay. That it's okay for me to be who I am. It's okay for me, I can't explain it, but yeah, being able to come in and actually breathe, be yourself, reconnect with who you are, rediscover your true self is just an amazing thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In today's world, either you this or that, like, why I gotta be all that?
Right. Do you know how much stress is associated with that?
Yeah, I'm like, we just having a conversation about politics. Why I gotta be this or that?
Right.
Well, agree with me. I don't agree with you, but we cool, right? No, you tripping. we agree to disagree, keep it moving, still be family.
Keep it moving.
We can't do that.
Like before we had the conversation, you were breathing just fine. You're gonna be okay after the conversation.
And as the people have gotten so lying in the sand with it, like, calm down, man.
Yeah.
It ain't that.
During this time, this is the space. This is a space where it is. But having a conversation and having an open mind, we don't have to all agree. We don't have to all agree. But when we get to that space where we can provide grace for people to be who they are, it's not just good for them. You ain't gonna have the heart palpitations and the headache and stuff trying to mold somebody to be something that you're even trying to get away from. So yeah.
All right, now I hope I made you comfortable, relaxed.
You were amazing. I feel like I've known you for a minute.
See, so I've cheated the tagline where we treat you like family. So I need that Yoda game out of you for the last question. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
Okay, you say a Yoda game?
I call it Yoda game. Star Wars. So
Okay, yo,
that great
okay.
wisdom you about to bestow on somebody.
Oh, okay. No,
So
I'm
the
sorry. No,
question
repeat.
is, what advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
Just do it. And when I say that, what I mean is, if an idea come into your head, in my opinion, is God's given. You know, it's like your gift, right? It's already in you. It's God's gift to you. Just do it. It will lead you. I started. Let me tell you, from the Green Coterie, I started with the daycare.
Okay.
But every step of the way has led me to the Green Coterie. And I feel like is as long as you don't stop, it's going to evolve to what you want it to be. So just do it. Jump off the mountain. Worry about the parachute later.
That's
It'll
a nice
open.
analogy.
It'll open. Not in real life, but in this particular situation, and when it comes down to you finding who you are, because the truth of the matter is you are already there. You just don't know it yet. You haven't stepped into it. You just got to step into it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes we never think about stuff. You couldn't told me before COVID, Jeff, you'll be doing this.
Right.
Man, I was on the freshman year. I was on the school paper. I ain't doing no journalism stuff. What you talking about? That's my face, man. Music. That's what I'm doing. What about album?
It finds its way and it stay with you, no matter how much you try to put it back.
Man, I ain't realize this is ministry. Like, God, you crap. Your dad was a preacher. I ain't trying to do that. And like, Jeff, this is purpose. That's ministry. Like, that dude tricked me. And I realized that last summer, like a fool, like, he did get me to do this freaking ministry stuff, man. What the?
See?
Oh, wow.
And you've been playing crazy all this time. See
And I
what I'm
guess
saying?
man, she said, like, yeah, you know, he got you doing it. Like, you was determined not to. Like, nope, got him right, left. You right there. Leave me alone. But
Let
Jeff,
me
with
out.
purpose, that's ministry work. You're faithfully twice a week asking this question, help someone see different careers. I'm like, oh man, y'all, you just really made me feel like this dude really just he think he ain't gonna do
Look
it.
at master.
Hey, your son fooling over here. I got him though. I
Look
got
at
him. We're gonna get him right.
Yeah.
He gonna do that ministry work. He think he ain't.
One way or the other. It may not be the way that they're telling you it's gonna be. It's gonna be the way that fit for you.
So I'm like, pulpit, nope.
See?
People got problems. I don't want to do all that. And here I
You
am.
say Pit got problems.
People got problems. Like,
People got
no. I want to do that all day.
Mm-mm.
And
You'll be
here he
surprised
got
how
me.
it finds you, right? It find you. You keep going, it will find you. You know, people always think about like how hard it is to find it. It's hard because you're sitting in a space waiting for somebody to come put it in your lap. But I'm telling you, it's already in you. Anybody gonna put it in your lap, it's in you already.
And
Just
I had
start.
time to focus. I wasn't even looking for like interview people. I ain't trying to interview nobody. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
No. Faithful. Fridays and Saturdays. I mean, God got to laugh. He made, you know, he made like.
Absolutely.
I talked to my father up there with him, like, yeah, your boy's stubborn, but
we
he don't know. He's on the string. I'm gonna just inch him over this way, and he gonna be what I need him to do.
Yeah.
Take a minute to realize it because he hard headed. And then when I do, like, wow.
Like, yeah, we look back and be like, dang,
straight guy.
I made myself go through the valley of the shadow of death when I could have just walked the path.
Yeah. And the bad part, my homeboy, who's my new co-host on my social show, we had that type of discussion in 2002. Like, if you just start doing God's work, this and that, I ain't trying to be my dad. Stop with all that. Just change the subject. But God want me to let you know you can do music, books. I ain't say all that. Leave me alone. And 20-something years later, like,
here you go.
Gotcha. You got all that stuff in front of your name, and you doing it. And you said we argued 2 hours. Like, no, I'm telling you, we're gonna take up right and left. God over there. I'm good. Leave me alone. I
Yeah.
done my job. Now you're gonna do
See?
more.
Yeah. And it
And a lot of
evolves. It
wonderful people.
continues to evolve. It continues. So just enjoy the here and now and keep moving
Yeah,
and just
because
keep
everybody
moving.
I met has been truly humble and amazing in their stories
Cool.
to get to what y'all doing.
Cool beans. That's
So I
cool.
hope you had an amazing time in the middle ground. You're always welcome back.
Thank you so much. I had an amazing. It was really good talking to you. I appreciate that. It kind of gave me a chance to get some laughs in too.
Told you. And I tell you, some people come in like, how's your show? Like, before it's I'm like, oh my God, I just thought the boogeyman gonna come on like Scooby Doo. Like, no, we ain't got that over here in middle ground. We chilling. We good.
Right, right, right.
I want you to be relaxed because I need that Yoda knowledge at the end.
There you
You
go.
ain't relaxed, I can't get that from you.
There you go.
I've had to crack jokes before. I'm gonna get you comfortable. I gotta make a joke myself. Whatever I need to do to make you comfortable to get that knowledge.
Well, you definitely did it. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. So I want to thank the Soul and Sound Healing Coach, certified event planner, U.S. Air Force veteran, self-love coach, future author, and owner of the Green Coterie, Trena Bryant, MBA. It's coming.
All right.
And I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Be safe, hydrate. Till next time.